Agriculture is a huge industry in our region, and today New York State's Agriculture Commissioner was in northern New York meeting with people to discuss what they'd like to see in the 2023 Farm Bill. NBC5's Adrian Pastor has more on his visit.
The Farm Bill is a package of legislation that gets passed roughly every 5 years. During Friday's listening session, Northern New York's agricultural community came together to talk about some of the things they're looking to see in the 2023 edition of the Farm Bill. The current federal Farm Bill is set to expire in 2023. The bill covers several areas across the industry, from farming livelihoods, healthy food access programs for low-income families, to sustainable farming practices.
This county is tremendous. It has a huge dairy program, producers. It has maple, apples. The orchards here are tremendous, and they are looking for our country to support them.
New York's Agriculture Commissioner Richard Ball making a stop in Shazy Friday as part of the Farm Bill listening tour. Ball says the upcoming Farm Bill has the potential to be far more relevant to New Yorkers than in previous years.
It is such a comprehensive piece of legislation that goes through Washington. We need to pay close attention to it.
With recent inflation and long-term effects of the pandemic, Ball says many New Yorkers are beginning to advocate for a more equitable bill, calling for holistic ways to address some of the ongoing needs of farmers.
Only about 20% of the Farm Bill deals with ag programs, and the other 80% of it roughly deals with SNAP benefits and nutrition title. And I think we need both. We have to come together on that. We don't need to take from one side or the other side. We need to make sure that the Farm Bill is responsible to both those populations.
According to Ball, the bill will continue to cover items such as nutrition, conservation, and rural development, but is being adjusted to combat the changing landscape as farmers continue to combat climate and prepare contingency plans for any future disruptions similar to those seen during COVID-19.
It's very important that everybody gets their voice heard and their concerns heard, to tailor that bill to represent us.
Commissioner Ball says anyone interested in learning more about the Farm Bill is encouraged to come out to the remaining listening sessions or reach out to them online. In Shazy, Adrian Pastor, NBC5 News.
All right, it is Friday.